Good day, viewers. Welcome to the Digest News. My name is Usainu Dabo, and here today we are at Fajikunda to talk to the National Assembly member for Lajikunda Sabiji constituency regarding the viral audio that was made by a lady earlier this week. So we are here today to discuss with Honorable Honorable Sanyang. Honorable Sanyang, how are you?
I am good, Madam Dabo, and I hope we are good too.
I'm doing okay. And we heard of an audio made by a lady. According to reports, the lady is a NPP supporter rather, in disguise of a UDP supporter. You made a statement publicly yesterday that you will drag the lady to Bundung police. What actually happened?
What actually happened? You already laid the preamble to that. You've actually laid the foundation to that. It was a viral audio, made by an NPP supporter who disguised herself as a UDP supporter, so as to sow discord between the Jolas and NPP. Between the artists actually of our own volition, whether was to buy the NPP campaign strategist to do that audio so as to spoil and damage the campaign process of the United Democratic Party. But Alhamdulillah, she was exposed. She was apparently exposed to the letter. So when I listened to the audio in the morning, I told several news outlets I was disturbed. I was very, very sad because my initial thought and reaction was she was a UDP supporter, because sometimes we have certain people who are very reckless. Political organization, you cannot control everybody. Sometimes you have some reckless supporters and sympathizers who will do things out of it. That one of our supporters can do this during this very campaign moment, during this intense campaign moment. So from there, I talked to one of our UDP surrogates, Bayo Songo Gambia, a very diligent boy, very serious and very smart boy, who has a prowess and investigation skills. And there we took up the matter. Within that few hours, we are able to establish that, in fact, she is one Fanta Jawara, who resides in Latrikunda Sabiji constituency, Piccadilly for that matter. I said, okay, this is going to be my case. This is in my constituency. This is against my party, and this is also against my tribe. So from there, I took up the matter as my own matter because of these, three things. So from when I dropped my kids to school, I proceeded straight to the police station and lodged a complaint. The police were very cooperative. They cooperated with us to the fullest. Then they escorted us to the husband's house, to the this audio maker's house, that is Fanta Jawara. We went there and we met the husband eating breakfast. In fact, the kids were still on bed. And I have to tell the kids, sorry to come to your house this time of the day. I don't come to traumatize anybody. I don't come to make anybody scared. So we introduced ourselves to the husband, and the police officers introduced themselves. In fact, for them, they don't need introduction because they were in full uniform. Maybe I need introduction, but the husband recognized me because when I entered into the house, he called me honorable. So that means he knew me prior. So the police introduced. I was not the arresting officer. I just escorted them to the house. Then the police introduced themselves and asked for the wife. So the husband said the wife went out. The wife was called by the father I'm sure whether it's about the same audio or not. Was called by the father, and the wife is on her way to answer to the father. So the police told him to call the wife through his own phone, which he did. He called the wife answered, and he gave the phone to the police. Then the police told the wife, you are needed at the Bunding police station. They were speaking on audio, on this thing, a loudspeaker. The phone was on a speaker, actually. I heard every bit of the conversation. The wife said, okay, no problem. My father called me to be calmer, but from there, I will come and answer to the police station. Sure.
So where is the lady right now?
The lady right now is wanted. The lady right now is nowhere to be seen. The lady right now is at an unknown destination. Nobody knows where she is. The lady right now is hiding from the police, is hiding from the law. And the more she hides from the law, the more she is committing crime. Because if you are needed by the police, wanted by the police, you voluntarily go to the police, or the police come and arrest you. That is by confining your body. So she's escaping law. She's hiding from the law, which is his own offense in the eyes of law.
Okay, what are you doing, or what are the police doing to get to the destination of this Fatu Jawara?
The police are doing their part. We are also doing our part parallel to what the police are doing, but all geared towards bringing the lady before the law. The police are there. If sometimes they go mufti, not in uniform, to find out where she is. But this morning, I went to the police station, and we went there. I went to the house with the police, but the same thing. In fact, today the husband was not there, but the kids told, or since she went out yesterday, she didn't still come home. This is the testimony, the kids told us. So the police are doing their effort to get her arrested. We are also doing our efforts parallel to the effort of the police to get her arrested. But we are not going to arrest anybody. We are not going to conduct citizen arrest on anybody. Our effort is parallel in such a way that we are only going to inform the police. If we see her rather, we are not going to touch her. We are not even going to talk to her. We are only going to call the police and let the police come and get her. That's our role there.
Okay. Rumors have it that the lady is NPP supporter in disguise of a UDP supporter. Can you confirm that?
I don't know, what do you mean by I'm happy? I'm not going to be happy of a tribal bigotry. I'm not going to be happy of a tribal discrimination. I'm not going to be happy of tribal insult. I don't know, what do you mean by I'm happy? I'm sad, and I'm so grief-stricken that I could not concentrate on issues affecting my work as a National Assembly member, because I cannot fathom, I cannot understand why will somebody disguise as a tribe, why will somebody disguise as a party militant and send such a very disturbing tribal bigotry or tribal remarks against another tribe who are peacefully coexisting in Kanifi municipality. So this keeps disturbing me. I have no happiness in this. I cannot derive any happiness in this. All what I achieve is sadness. It's so disturbing. As I said before, a woman of that young age will disguise as a particular tribe, will disguise as a as member of a particular political organization, and send out such a disturbing, such a rude, odious statement against a tribe. This is disturbing, and until she comes to the law, then she will be able to tell us why she did this, who motivated her, or what motivated her to do this. Then, in the eyes of law, when her body is confined, that is, her body is arrested, or she's arrested rather, then we'll be able to know all of that, and then we'll be able to know now the next step to be taken. Because if the police fail to take her to the court by way of the NPP supremos, influence on the police, citizens have rights. That is private matters to the court. But if you ask me, are you very keen? Are you very interested to take her to the court? I may not be very keen, or I may not be very interested to take her to court, because I achieve few things as far as this whole activity is concerned. That is number one. She was exposed. We are able to achieve that she is not a UDP supporter, but she is in fact an NPP supporter. We achieved that because every media house has captured this now. Everybody is talking about this. That's number two. We also achieved the dirty politics of NPP. We also exposed the tribal tactics of NPP. Every Gambian by now knows that NPP survives on tribal tactics. NPP survives on tribal politicking, and every genuine right-thinking Gambians will immediately disassociate themselves from UDP, from NPP, because I always tell people the most biggest threat to our national security and our national unity as Gambians is tribalism, planted by the National People's Party. So this is why every Gambian should start to think twice. If you are a member of NPP, if you are a supporter of NPP or a sympathizer of NPP, the earlier the better. Each Gambian, they soon away from NPP and all of its ideas and philosophies, the better for the unity of this country and the better for the security of this country.
Okay, you made mention of the lady being an NPP supporter. So do you think like this is politically motivated to distract people regarding the upcoming mayoral election?
This is a well-coordinated political movement. This is a well-coordinated political thought. This is a well-coordinated political idea to bring or to sow seed of discord between the Jolas and the Mandinkas, and between the Jolas and the UDP. It is a well-coordinated thought, well-coordinated, because they know NPP has failed in the Gambia, has failed in all of its strategies to convince Gambians to vote for them. So when they knew this, they say, what do we do now? Let us sow tribal discord. Let us have agents to sow tribal discord between tribes in the Gambia, so that they are going to increase the dissatisfaction of Mandinkas against the Jolas against the Fulas against the Sarahules against the Wolofs, on like that. So when they do that now, like if they what NPP do, their politics is so dirty that it will take Gambians greater effort, concerted efforts together to clean that dirt. When they are in a Mandinka-dominated area, and they feel that it's only Mandinkas who can make us win elections in this particular constituency or in this particular region or district, they will begin to increase the dissatisfaction of Mandinkas against the other tribes in that region or constituency so that they can win. This is their tactics, and this has been exposed It is very unfortunate. It's very, very, very sad that a particular party, a ruling party for that matter, can survive and can feed on, tribal discord to win the heart and minds of the electors. This is very, very sad. So this is why I will urge every government to reject NPP, to reject NPP programs and policies. In fact, they don't have any program on policies. For them, it's like we have to win by force. We have to induce people. We have to entice people. We have to encourage people. And we have to sow tribal discord among them for us to win elections. And but Latrikunda Sabiji constituency, as far as I remain in the National Assembly here, will always be a wrong place for them. And even it is a UDP woman or man who made this tribal comment, I will do the same thing. I will take you to the police, and I will make sure you retract the statement. This affects every government. This affects everybody. This affects everybody as far as you live in Latrikunda Sabiji constituency. Because one thing I achieve as a National Assembly member is to remove tribalism, is to eliminate tribalism in Latrikunda Sabiji constituency. And people talk about this, even who are not UDP people. This is why my team and I were able to win Abuko. That has been an APRC dominant for the past 26 years. Nobody will think that a UDP, a National Assembly member, will win Abuko because of the APRC dominance there. But I won convincingly, and the same tactics I use for my councillor. For the past 20-something years, Abuko has never registered a UDP councillor, but I won the seat for UDP. And still, when many people thought it's APRC dominated area. So this gain, I will not allow this gain to be damaged or destroyed by anybody. I'm going to hold on to this gain and consolidate this gain more than allow tribal misguided fools to come and show another discord of unity between all tribes in this constituency, between all parties in this constituency. One thing we need to accept as a society, that we must live and accept circumstances on the nature of occurrence. We must live to accept that every village will have different parties. Every district or region will have different parties. We must also accept the fact that only after themselves. This is the category of the society that feeds on others to survive. A politician is a category of society that feeds on others to survive. And that's the modus operandi for politicians. They don't have any principle, and they don't have any memory. They don't think they don't remember what happened yesterday. As far as politically it's not gainful for them, they don't have any focus as far as that focus doesn't help them politically. So I want every Gambian citizen to understand this. It's a category of the human population called the politician. They don't have any principle, and they don't have any memory, and Gambians should not allow politicians to come and divide them on their selfish interest. Politicians will look after themselves. When I became a National Assembly member, my first travel outside this country, when I went to the airport, I had the money on me to pay the security port. So the protocol officer, the National Assembly protocol officer, came and told me, no, sir, you are not entitled to pay. When I see hundreds of other Gambian citizens, travelers, ordinary travelers, paying this amount of money, I thought why. I asked him why. He said no, all diplomatic passport holders don't pay this. In most cases, 95% of diplomatic passport holders are politicians, the president, the ministers, and the National Assembly members. So imagine you subject poor people to paying tax, but you exempt yourself from paying that tax. I was like, something is wrong with the mentality of Gambian, politicians. That is why our next session parliamentary questions, I will ask the minister concerned that every diplomatic passport holder must pay for this security port, like any other ordinary travelers, like any other ordinary citizen. Politicians in this country earn more money. You earn more money, but you don't want to pay tax. People who earn less money, you want them to pay tax. What nonsense is that? What bullshit is that? What misguided policy direction is that? So these are some of these things the Gambians should understand. These are some of these the Gambians should know, that they don't need to kill themselves for politicians. They don't need to fight themselves for politicians. They don't need to break up their relationships for politicians. They don't need to break up their friendship for politicians. Politicians, I will repeat, doesn't have any principle, and they don't have any memory. They are just selfish, and they are the section or the category of human population that feeds on others for their survival.
Okay, we all know the mayoral election is just at the corner, and how prepared are you and your party, because we all know it's a political season and everything is happening?
It is a political season. It is a political time, I agree. But for KMC, that is a foregone conclusion. For UDP, we work very hard. The set of politicians we have in the KMC, very hard-working politicians, are strategists who can turn around things magically, like a miracle. Why I said this? During the presidential election, if my memory could serve me well, President Adam Barrow won KMC, but when that happened, we re-strategized, we refocus on, and we reinforce our strength. And when that happened, National Assembly elections, NPP doesn't have a single seat in Kanifing municipality. That's where we started giving them the knockout blow. We were there. UDP is very comfortable It's very, very comfortable. We have 4 out of 7 National Assembly members. And from there, another election was the councillorship election. 15 out of 9, we won 15 out of 19. That is so unprecedented in the democratic process, not only in the Gambia, but I can say throughout West Africa. We won 15 out of 19, and an opposition party winning 15 out of 19 seats in the city is unprecedented. So our preparation starts from there. So now it's mayoral. The confidence the residents have on K. Talib and his administration. That is why UDP previously, but because of the performance of Talib and his councillors, we told them, Talib, councillor did wonders for these past 5 years. We have validated you, and based on your performance, we are giving you extra 3. So we put that 3 on top of the 12. Now is 15 out of 12. So to answer your question, how prepared we are prepared politically, we are prepared logistically, and we are prepared mentally to consolidate and hold on to this gain. This gain we have in the National Assembly election, this gain we have in the councillorship election, is the same gain we want to consolidate and hold on to make sure that Talib Bensouda wins. So we don't need much work. We've already worked hard. Now, the only party that's going to work hard is NPP and other parties. But for us, we've already worked hard, and our hard work is paying dividend. We are only going to consolidate to this dividend and hold on to this. And we are going to hold on to this with all our power and with all, with everything. So that this gain we have in the KM will not go. NPP is an opposition in KM. KMC, UDP is the government. Our president is Talib Ahmed Bensouda, and we have the councillors and we the National Assembly members as the ministers or as the governors. So KMC is a no-go area for NPP. They are an opposition in KMC. We are the government. UDP is the government in KMC because we control the KMC. For the change
why do you think Bakari Baji left that position and that position is still vacant? What's your take on that?
He did not voluntarily leave that position. Bakari Baji is sacked. Bakari Baji is terminated. He's deposed. So the only thing they told him, you have a choice. You either terminate, go back to where you were hustling before, that's in the US, or we give you a chance to go and see if you can win the mayoral seat for NPP. So Bakari Baji being somebody who's looking for work, who's out of job, and want to work and want to get a job to have a salary, he has no choice. He is parading and campaigning as an opponent to Talib Ahmed Bensouda. But what Gambians should understand is Talib and Bakari are not opponents. Bakari Baji is very small to be Talib's opponent in Kanif municipality. What Gambians should understand is Talib Ahmed Bensouda and UDP versus the government of the Gambia. The entire government machinery. I have seen ministers, because NPP did their nomination on the same day. I have seen ministers who have their compound in Brikama. They should be at the nomination ground of CDCC. I've seen MPP ministers and supremos who are from Basse Sierra. They left all these nomination grounds. They say, no, let's go and reinforce the crowd in KMC. So literally, it's not Bakar Baji versus, how do I call it? Talib. It is Talib Ahmed Bensouda versus the entire government architecture, the entire government structure, including ministers, directors, head of institutions, everybody in the government were present in this place at the nomination ground of Bakar Baji. Then in the evening, in sort of different regions, doing their rallies in different parts, in their respective regions, they say, no, let's go and converge at buffer zone. Zone, the Brikama people, they all came here to support Bakar Baji. But I can tell you, they will have their biggest electoral shock. NPP as a party or as a political organization will receive their knockout blow, their biggest political shock in the history of the Gambia, because KMC residents, KMC people went to validate Talib. You see, if you look at the nomination of Talib, it was a validation. I keep calling this a validation. Different tribes, different political parties went to validate Talib. That validation means we are happy with you. We are happy with your developmental aspirations. We are happy with what you have achieved for KMC, and we are expecting more from you. The validation was on a scale of 10 over 10. The validation is perfect, the validation is progressive, and the residents of KMC said it outrightly. You've seen the youths, you've seen the energy, the excitement, among the youths that day, like it has never happened in the political history of this country, where residents of a particular region galvanize themselves into such a powerful political force, irrespective of tribe, irrespective of party, to come together and endorse a single political entity or a single political candidate, like how it happens in Talib Bensouda or during Talib Bensouda's nomination.
Okay, Bakar, like I said at the beginning, Bakar Baji's post is still vacant. What do you think is the main reason why the post is not yet?
That post has ever been vacant. That post has never got any performer. Bakar Baji was just a symbol. He was never responsible for the affairs of the youth in this country. He was just a so-called minister with his security guide, using government utilities. But if you are a minister, I evaluate you on your performance. So that position has ever been vacant. There was nobody responsible for the affairs of the youth. Youths are suffering in this country. The only stadium we have cannot be renovated for the past 5 years. Even I'm not a football fan, though I don't follow football that much, but I heard the youth saying even our away matches, even our home matches are played outside the soil of this country. So why do you lay the foundation that the position was vacant? It has ever been vacant. There was nobody occupying that position. Not Bakar Baji. He was not occupying that position.
Okay, after the nomination of the NPP, which was on Sunday, we heard what President Barroso, according to his speech, he came after your party leader calling Usainu Dabo that something like nga busale sang the Halifa General title dia. What do you think about that? Because it was a rally for KMC, West Coast and Banjul, but it was turned to something like, coming after
that statement is childish. That statement is bogus. That statement is pure. That statement is misguided. That statement is untruthful. That statement is very unfortunate to come from a head of state. You see, what Adam Barrow should understand, he has never laid a standard for a presidential person. He has never inspired Gambians when he spoken and kept quiet. He has never inspired Gambian. There is no Gambian in this country who felt President Barrow is presidential. There has never been a time he inspired me. When he spoken and kept quiet, that I feel this is the president. I see the president in him. It has never happened. Maybe I may be different from other Gambians, but as far as I'm concerned, he has never inspired. He has never behaved presidential at any point. How he talks, how he walks, how you do things, it's not presidential at all. So for me, it's close to 10 years now. He did not learn anything being a president. When a president spoke in public, there should be wisdom. There should be some developmental aspirations that he will tell his citizens. There should be some moment of inspiration. There should be some moment of somebody being presidential. But this is what President Barrow lacks. This is what he lacks, and he keeps lacking this. And for me, as far as the presidential protocols and standards are concerned, he is untrainable. Nobody can advise President Barrow to be presidential. He can never be presidential. You see, human beings sometimes, you have some people, you can tell them A, B, C, up to Z and learn it within 1 week. Some will go 1 month. But President Barrow will go years. He will never be able to read from A to Z. But if you stand in front of people, a crowd of that nature, we will have mobilized crowd all over the Gambia. His president is coming to, why character assassination? Leave characters here. Tell people, why do you bring your candidates? Why do you want people to vote for your candidates? Why? This is, if I'm the president, and if Hussein Dabo was the president that day, this is what he's going to tell people. It be easy because my candidate possesses so and so quality. My candidate will come and help my government to achieve so and so. But character assassinations, and that's not taking you anywhere. And whether he likes it or not, we're going to defeat them. As far as urban areas are concerned, they have soon away from NPP, and this is what is pissing them off. This is what is annoying them, and this will keep annoying them. They will get their biggest electoral shock in this election. Not about it. From Kalaji to they will not have a single seat. We've seen it. National Assembly election, no seat. Councillorship election, no seat. And this is going to be the worst. We are going to give them the knockout blow. This one is going to be a knockout blow. They will not come back to the ring again. Yes.
Before I quickly forgot, I can remember he also said something like UDP rather is a fitna party, and UDP ikanyo kaja foleke. How do you see that statement?
But that is, you see, what Englishman said, everybody is entitled to your opinion. It is an opinion that travels without a passport. Well, he can say that statement anywhere he wants, but Gambians know why are Gambians voting for UDP massively in all these past elections, since they cheated the presidential election by registering the foreigners. And one thing he said in that rally too, go out and vote, don't be scared, go out and campaign, go and do so and so, I'm behind you. He's not speaking to Gambian, he's speaking to those non-Gambians they have manipulated and give our voters card to. Because those people are not forthcoming to vote for them and they are losing elections. Now, he cannot stand there and tell non-Gambians go and vote. So that speech was indirectly to non-Gambians. What is wrong with you? You came massively in presidential election, enable my cheated victory. Why are you not voting now until the UDP is winning the National Assembly and winning the the councillorship election? You better come and vote again. Come and vote again and enable UDA and enable NPP. So he's not talking to Gambia, he's talking to non-Gambia. But my advice to non-Gambians, we beg you people in the name of Allah, don't come and stand in the queue and we determine who should govern us. There are processes to be citizens of this country. Our constitution is very clear. The constitution is not against anybody to naturalize. We have given you laws on how to become citizens of this country. Gambia is very open to foreigners. We are open to foreigners, but we beg you in the name of Allah. We are on our knees. Don't come to the queue and determine together with us who should lead us if you don't follow the legal route to become the citizen of this country. There are steps for naturalization. Let them do that step and they can become citizens of this country. But let them not be motivated by this misguided statement of the president to come and vote. Because that statement is indirectly, he's talking to non-Gambians. Because Gambians are coming out to vote for them. Why are you telling them, don't be scared? So non-Gambians, I'm appealing to you. Gambia, we are open to you people. There are other countries you go, certain businesses foreigners don't do. There are certain countries you go, certain things. But here, foreigners and Gambians can do anything at the same time. And we don't restrict you. But our voting process, we want equality leaders. Those quality leaders will even transform your lives, will even create business avenues for non-Gambians in this country so that you can send a lot of money back to your country. But look at the leadership right now. They have increased your cash powers, your everything is increased. So it means foreigners are not even sending anything back to their country. So we are telling foreigners, let UDP government come and we will go to enhance your life. But don't vote. You are not entitled to vote. Don't do that.
Okay, let's say like this is an allegation. What is your party doing to come to say that this has come to an end? That this, like you said, people that are not Gambian, people that are non-Gambians coming to vote during elections.
This is what I'm saying. My party cannot do anything. We cannot fight them. We cannot be violent. We can only appeal to them. This is exactly what I'm doing. I'm a National Assembly member of my party, part of the Central Committee for that matter. I'm appealing to them. Let them not vote. They are not entitled to vote. They are not qualified to vote. So they should not come and vote. This is the only thing my party can do. We cannot do anything different.
Okay. We all know West Coast region is equally important to UDP. What is your observation right now? Because we have like 4 candidates, the lady from NPP, Yankuba Dabo, Ahmed Jite, and CDCC.
Let me tell you one thing about the political situation in this country. Banjul, KMC, Wesco and LRL, this one I can tell you are certainly UDP. We already have 4 over 8. Now we are working, we are doing our assignment and our tactics and political strategies on the North Bank, CRL, under URL. But as far as these 4 places are concerned, that's already ours. That's already marked and is above average performance. Now our effort is on the North Bank and the URL and the CRL to make sure that we either have 5 over 8 or 6 over 8, which is achievable and which is doable as far as the Gambian acceptance, towards UDP policies and program is concerned.
Okay, what advice do you have for Gambians and UDP in a particular?
My advice I have for Gambians, number 1, no matter which political party you belong, no matter which tribe you belong, we are all subject of the law. We must all respect the law. No matter who you are, how do you come to be as you are, which political party you support, which tribe you are not entitled to make tribal comments against any other tribe. All tribes are peacefully coexisting in this country, and nobody should put your effort. Nobody should put anything that is going to jeopardize that, because we are not going to accept that for anybody, whether you are UDP, NPP, APRC, or whatever party you belong to. You are not entitled to make tribal remarks. If you do it, people like me and others, we take you to the police. Do you understand? We are not going to compromise on that. Wherever you come from, which political party you come from, the tribal sentiment, tribal remarks, tribal bigotry, tribal discrimination are a thing of the past as far as the new democratic dispensation or as far as the new democratic process or election process in this country is concerned. Any party like the NPP that is feeding on tribal remarks and tribal politics should change tactics. Should the earlier the better they change tactics, because Gambians are no more ready for tribalism. Gambians are now ready to listen to the policies and programs of every party or each party and vote for you. Not you are a Jola, you are a Mandinka, you are a Fula, you are a Balanta. No, those are things people are conscious now. That is why their inducement and tribal politics only work for them in the provinces. But all these past elections, they've done their tribal politics, and from the urban areas, Kalaji down, we rejected them. We tell them, no, you guys need to go back. You are not fit for a decent politics. You are not fit for civilized politics until you change your modus operandi. So NPP effectively, literally is an opposition party in the urban areas. Yes, they are not the government.
Okay, guys, this is all I have for you with Honorable Yaya Menteng Sanyang. Till I come your way next week. Bye-bye.